but I think that everybody is with cold now, right?
Yeah, we have to take care.
Yes, yes. Try not to go out and try to be only rest in your home. So yes, you're gonna be okay. Yes, Eunice. So
Yeah, teacher.
let's try to do um, some grammar, okay? So in order not to miss it, Claire.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So I will share you my screen with you. Let's see. Okay. So today we have to, yes, we have to finish, right? Unit 2. Okay, so, well, the second grammar that we have, it is about countables and non-countables. Okay, so we're gonna remember a little bit of this. Um, in most of cases with this grammar, we only have to see, for example, the meaning of quantifiers. So in this case, we will see these four words that those are called quantifiers, okay? So when we talk about these quantifiers, we are talking about count nouns and non-count nouns. Okay, so the first one that we have, for example, count nouns. We are talking about things that we can count. Okay, for example, maybe uh, clothes, shoes, tables, okay, TVs. So something that we can touch, we can count. Okay, so for example, here we have friend, so we can count. We can say one friend, five friends, two friends, okay, or member. Member, it's gonna be count two members, three members, or maybe if we talk about ideas, we can count these, okay? So when we have these count nouns, for amount, big amounts, we're gonna use always many, okay, for big amounts. What happens if we have not too much amount? So we will use a few. Only these two words we have to know in order to identify if the word is countable and if we are talking about, for example, a noun that it could be count. But what happens if we can't count something? For example, as we can see here in the platform, we can see that help, this is abstract, we can count. Information, it's not countable. Money is the same, we can count money. Tea, because it is a liquid, we can count. And time, the word time, it is not countable. Just in case, for example, these two words, money and time, if we use, for example, the varieties of these words, of course we could count. For example, if I talk about bees or dollars or cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, $2, for example, in that case, I can count because I'm not using the word money. I don't say I have 5 monies, for example, okay? So the same happens with time. I can count, for example, in order to say I played soccer 2 times. Okay, so in that case, I can count times because it's not like word tiempos, sino times means veces también, okay? So if I use with hours, minutes, seconds, I can use it. 30 seconds, 20 minutes, I can count in that case. But the word as the spelling is here, no, we can't, okay? So when we have non-countable, we are going to use for big amounts, much, in order to use or in order to talk about much. If we talk about few things or not many, not much things, we're going to use a little, okay, for non-countables. And we only have one word that this is gonna be our special word, a lot of, and this word we will use for both, for counts and for non-counts, okay? So here we will see some examples because we can use these countable and non-countables in questions, in sentences, affirmative, negative sentences. For example, here, count nouns. With a lot of we said that we use with both. A lot of means mucho, mucho de, right? So Nick has a lot of friends on the team. In this case, friend, it is countable. Do you know many members of the team, buddy? Many is for countable. So we're gonna use with members. I have a few ideas. A few, it is for countables, okay? What about non-countables? In this case, we could use a lot of, because we said that it is for both, much or little. It's worth a lot of money. We don't have much time, because we're talking about time. A little, I need a little help from Amy. Help, that it is not countable, okay? So here we can say, or we can use more examples with a lot of, because we could use with both counts and non-counts. Nick has a lot of friends, a lot of friends that it is countable. He has a lot of money, money that it is non-countable. So we could use with both, okay? Does Dean have a lot of friends in questions? I don't have a lot of money, negatives. Affirmatives, questions, and negatives, okay? So, I don't know if we have some questions until here or about this round.
And teacher, if we want to use, for example, to count countries, we use many or much?
With country,
Yeah, like countries.
countries, many, because we can count,
Okay.
okay? But I will send you a document where you're gonna find the categories of many words that could be count or non-count, okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Don't worry. So now, let's go to the platform. Okay.
I share screen or you're going to share it, teacher?
No, share me your screen, please, with the exercise. A lot of, a few, a little, many, much, one.
Okay.
Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Yes, yes, that's correct.
I open this one, teacher.
Yes, the number one. Okay.
Mm,
Okay. Perfect, any mistake. So now let's go to the second, to the next. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Very good. Any mistake. Excellent, Eunice. So now we will go. I will show you my screen. Okay, give me a second. We will do the third grammar with gerunds and infinitives. Okay, so we are going to remember a little bit about infinitives. Infinitives and gerunds. Okay, so what is an infinitive? An infinitive is to plus the verb in base form, right? And the gerund, it's the verb in base form plus ing. So when we see these infinitives and gerunds, we are going to work with a list because we know that some verbs we can use with infinitives and some verbs we can use with gerunds. Okay, for example, with infinitive, if I want to use want, okay, want, this verb only works with infinitives. After this verb, always I will use infinitive. For example, if I want to say, I want, uh, and I will put an action. I want to play soccer, for example. So after want, always I will use infinitive. But what happened with gerund? For example, this verb avoid. Avoid only works with gerunds. After avoid, never I will use infinitive. For example, if I want to say like this, she, and it is a third person, she avoids, because it is third person, she avoids, for example, playing soccer. So this is the gerund. Play with ing. This is called gerund. And after avoids, always I will use only gerund. If I use, for example, with infinitive, she avoids to play soccer, it is incorrect. Okay, or maybe, for example, here, I want playing soccer with gerund, it's gonna be incorrect. Okay, do you remember these infinitives and gerunds, Eunice?
Yes, teacher, I'm starting to remember.
Perfect. Yes, in this case, we only work with a list, okay? And now I will send you the list of gerunds and infinitives, so in order you can have the list of those ones.
Okay, thank you very much, teacher.
Don't worry, don't worry. So, in order you could practice more with this first one, and a picture too. Because when we talk about gerunds and infinitives, only we are talking about the list that we have to memorize. Okay, so, yes, I send you. Okay, Eunice? So now,
Thank you, teacher. Teacher.
Don't worry. Don't worry, Miss. So now we will see some examples here. For example, resents. Resent is a common verb that always is going to work with gerund. Dean resents being in a shop. Want. We said that want always is going to work with infinitive. So want to be. Okay. Now with gerunds or maybe infinitives. There are some verbs, and this is in the list too. Some verbs that could work with both. For example, loves could work with gerund or infinitive. Okay. And these are the other verbs. Okay, these common verbs that could work with both, but they have different meanings. For example, in this case, if I say, I forgot to tell you, forgot we could use with infinitive or we could use with gerund. What is the difference here? If I use with infinitive, it means that she planned to tell him, but she didn't do it. Lo planeó, pero no lo hizo. But if I use with gerund, she didn't remember that she did. No recuerda que ya se lo dijo. Acá lo planeó, pero no lo hizo. Acá se lo dijo, pero no recuerda que se lo dijo. Okay, so that is the difference. The same happens with remember. If we use with infinitive, okay, we are saying that and the first time Amy remembered to go see Patty. Then she did it. So first she remembered and after it happens. But if I use with gerund, first Patty saw him and then remember that she saw him. Okay, so first the action happened and after she saw him. Stop with infinitive so that she could talk to A. What does it mean? That Jackie, okay, doesn't come to the health club anymore. In this case, okay, it is only for a moment. In gerund, it is for always, anymore. Okay, Patty stopped to talk to Amy. Paró de hablar a Amy, but this is only for a moment. Maybe because she was on vacation or she was out of country, okay? But if I use with gerund, stopped coming to the health club, it is for always. So it means that she didn't come to health club anymore. Okay, so these are the three most common verbs that they have two meanings if we use with infinitives or gerunds. Okay, but these are the only three ones. Okay, Eunice?
Okay, teacher.
Perfect. So now we're going to do the practice with the verbs in order to identify if it is with gerund or infinitive. Okay, so let's do it. Mhm. Okay,
Teacher, I share my screen.
yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, next, let's go next. Yes, yes. So let's identify. Okay. So in the first one, okay, Celia can't afford. That can't afford always is going to work with infinitive. Okay, so can't afford to buy. Volunteer, it's a verb that works with infinitive too. Okay, and recommend. Recommend, it's the same. Always is going to work with gerund. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, perfect. So now let's go to the second. Next. En el primero dice worrying. Es con la O. Yes,
Okay, teacher.
worrying. And don't forget to put Y, because if it ends in Y, we only put ing. So worry, the same as the verb and the ing form. So
Um,
the
okay,
Y,
okay.
yes, yes.
Thank you, teacher.
The word. Okay. Try to see if everything is correct. Okay. Hate. Well, what? Avoid. Remember from the example. Avoid, it's a verb that always works with gerund, right?
Mhm.
So avoid washing.
Okay.
Yes. And hate could go with both. Okay, perfect. Very good, Emily. So with this, we finish all unit 2. Okay, so now I will assign you the quizzes, okay? So,
Okay.
okay, okay. So it is assigned. Now, tomorrow we will start with unit 3. No, tomorrow we don't have classes, right? So Wednesday with unit 3, okay? So Wednesday we have to
Thank
have 2 hours of classes, right?
you. Yes, teacher.
Okay, so see you on Wednesday. And today we finish with the daily survey. Today we have 2 surveys, please. Give me a second. No. Okay. And the daily survey.
Teacher, I already sent the.
Okay. Okay, Eunice. So see you tomorrow, Eunice. Take care a lot. Oh, see you on Wednesday.
Okay, teacher, you too take care. See
See you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.